What is up, guys? This is Jared Spawning here, and today I'm going to be addressing something that I did say I was going to talk about in my last video that I just posted, so you probably haven't even seen that one yet. Chances are, if you're just watching this, as it comes out, but I'm going to be discussing stacking silver, purely for weight, and honestly, how it's flawed. So, a lot of people, there's a few different reasons. Some people will say, yeah, numismatics, their value's fabricated, it's value beyond silver. It's nothing. I mean, it's only going to be worth that to certain people, and certain people it's only worth the silver content. But silver is a very solid value. Whatever silver's worth at that time is very, something that's more tangible. Something that's right there. You can tell whatever the value of silver is. But even though there's pricing guides, you might not necessarily be able to tell what the value of a numismatic is. And people will say, the economy is definitely going to collapse and stuff. So get your fractional. In the form of constitutional silver, and then get your bullion. Sure, you're getting all your bullion, stacking them in 5-ounce bars or whatever it is. But this system is extraordinarily flawed because the problem is that it's simple. There's one simple problem with this. If you're stacking purely for weight and the silver price falls by let's say $7, then it doesn't go back up for 5 years, then you're done. I mean, what are you going to do? Like, literally, you're basically screwed. I mean, that's what's going to happen. I'm sorry, but there's no way that you can tell me that anything good can come from that situation, Like, let's say silver's at, I don't know, 22 an ounce, right? And, you buy some coins at that price, you think, all right, 22, pretty solid price, silver's going up. Say it went up by $5 an ounce, right, in the past 2 months. And it's kind of plateaued around 22, and you're thinking, oh yeah, it's going to keep on going up. I'm going to, buy me a bunch of silver nickels, buy me some halves, whatever it is, buy me some bullion. And then what happens is the silver price starts to fall, and you think, oh, I'm not buying for the short run. I don't care, its value's going to go back up eventually. I'm investing for the long run. And then it keeps on falling. And it goes from $22 an ounce to $15 an ounce. And then it doesn't go up for 5 years to $22 an ounce again. Well, in that time, sure, you could have stacked at a cheaper price, but at the same time, you're never going to be able to see a return on that silver if you did need to sell any. If the situation came up where you needed to sell silver, you wouldn't see a return for 5 years, And you might think that's impossible. Silver is always going to rebound, but look at the prices. Look at where they've been. I mean, it's right there in front of you. The information is right there, You take a look at prices from April, right? April of 2014. Take a look at those prices. Over 2 years ago now. What will you see? You'll see 22 to 23.50 an ounce. I mean, think about that. And now what are we seeing? The highest we've seen in 2016 is 17.50 an ounce. That's the highest we've seen. It's around 17.50. Maybe a little bit higher than that is the highest we've seen. We haven't even seen 18 an ounce yet. 2 years later, 2+ years later. So you think about that fact. That is a decent amount of time. That's for at least. I mean, that's not like obviously most people's entire time of stacking silver or anything, but it is enough time to where if you invested, then you still haven't even come close to seeing a return. You couldn't even hope for one because you couldn't even hope to break even. I mean, you look at the price now, I mean, it's still so far away, and prices dropped as low as $13.91 an ounce, or their lowest so far since that point, and it's the lowest for a very long time. So, think about that. I mean, you literally have never been able to get a return. So that means that anybody who was stacking purely for weight in 2014, and let's say beginning of 2016, someone comes up and they need to sell $1,000 worth of silver, well, you're screwed. I mean, like I said, you're screwed. That's what basically is it, because you're going to lose a lot of money. And if you had some numismatics, you can look at numismatic markets are doing well. If you bought wisely, you got some for under their that so-called fabricated value, and you could sell those instead. Now, of course, people will probably try to sell weight more than numismatics because you can sell those faster, but then you're only going to get spot value for them anyway, so you're going to be losing even more money. So yeah, stacking purely for weight is just not a system that works. I'm sorry, it doesn't work. But that's my thoughts on it. Please let me know yours, and if you do stack purely for weight, then I would love to hear why. I'd love to hear your argument for it, because I just can't find any reason why you'd ever only stack for weight. And I'm not saying don't stack for weight at all. I stack, this is my stacking for weight, this and all my Boolean, or generic Boolean, I mean, you know, that is my stacking for weight right there. But I don't purely stack for weight, you know, because that's a flawed system, because then your entire stack is tied to the value of silver, and that's it. Anyway, though, like I said, let me know your opinions on it in the comment section below, and I do hope you enjoyed the video and found it interesting. Anyway, that is it. Peace, love, and much respect.